We love it, right? But for our dogs, that delicious treat can be a serious danger hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most common pet emergencies out there, chocolate toxicity. Let's get right into it.
Just imagine this for a second. You leave a brownie on the coffee table, turn your back for a moment, and poof, it's gone. It happens so fast. And in that split second, a simple snack becomes a potential medical crisis.
So, let me ask you, if that happened in your house right now, would you know exactly what to do? Honestly, knowing the answer to that question can make all the difference. And that's what we're here for, to give you a clear, calm game plan so you're always ready.
So first up, let's break down why this is such a frequent problem. I mean, chocolate is everywhere in our homes, and our dogs, they're naturally curious. That combination makes these accidents way too common, especially around certain times of the year.
And this is pretty wild. Check out this chart. A study found that these incidents just skyrocket around the holidays. Look at December. We're talking almost 3 times the normal monthly average. And then you see another big jump in April, right around Easter. It's a really clear pattern. When there are more treats around the house, the risk goes way up.
Okay, let's get to what is probably the most important part of this whole thing. What you need to do immediately. Those first 10 minutes are absolutely crucial. And the number one rule is don't panic.
And this is so important to get. Your dog might look totally fine for hours after they eat chocolate. They could be wagging their tail, acting completely normal. But on the inside, the toxins are already at work. If you wait until you see symptoms like tremors or vomiting, you've already lost that critical window to act.
So here it is, your 4-step emergency plan. Step 1, and you do this before anything else, call for help. That means your vet or a poison control hotline. While you're on the phone with them, try to figure out what kind of chocolate it was and roughly how much. If you can grab the wrapper, that's perfect. It has all the info the vet needs. And one last, really crucial point, do not try to make your dog vomit unless a professional tells you to.
Okay, these are the numbers you absolutely need. Seriously, hit pause right now and save these in your phone. Put them under Pet Emergency or something you'll remember. Trust me, you don't want to be scrambling for these when every single second counts.
All right, deep breath, you've made the call. But you might still be wondering, why is this such a huge deal for dogs anyway? Let's get into the actual science of what makes chocolate a poison for them.
It all comes down to these 2 chemicals, theobromine and caffeine. They're part of a group called methylxanthines. For us, they give us a little lift. But for a dog, it's like a massive overdose of a powerful stimulant. It sends their central nervous system and their heart rate into absolute overdrive.
And you gotta know, not all chocolate is created equal, not even close. I mean, look at these numbers. 1 ounce of baking chocolate has a massive 390 milligrams of theobromine. Compare that to milk chocolate, which has around 45, and white chocolate, barely any at all. This is exactly why knowing what kind they ate is so critical. The rule is simple. The darker and more bitter, the more dangerous it is.
So, what's the deal? Why can we eat a whole bar and be fine, but for them, it's toxic? It's all about how our bodies process this stuff. For us, it takes about 6 to 10 hours to get half of the theobromine out of our system. For a dog, it takes 17.5 hours. That means the toxin just hangs around in their body for so much longer, building up to really dangerous levels.
Okay, so you've made the call, you're in the car on the way to the emergency vet. It can be super stressful, right? So let's walk through what actually happens when you get there, just to take some of the mystery and fear out of it.
The first thing your vet is going to do is look for some really specific signs. We're talking agitation, restlessness, muscle tremors, vomiting, and a heart rate that's just way too fast. In the really bad cases, this can even lead to seizures.
So what does the vet actually do? Well, it's a pretty standard game plan. First, they focus on getting the poison out. That usually means inducing vomiting and then giving something called activated charcoal, which acts like a sponge for any leftover toxins. After that, it's all about support. IV fluids to help flush their system, blood tests to make sure their organs are okay, and an EKG to keep a close watch on their heart.
All right, now for the part I know you've been waiting for, the good news. Because with quick, proper treatment, the outlook for a dog that's eaten chocolate is actually really good. Let's talk about that road to recovery and how to stop this from ever happening again.
This number, right here, this is everything. The survival rate for dogs that get to a vet quickly is over 97%. Think about that. It's an incredible statistic, and it's proof that what you do in those first few minutes works. Your fast action directly leads to this outcome.
So what does that road to recovery actually look like? Well, it usually breaks down into 3 main stages. The first couple of hours are all about decontamination, getting that poison out. The next 12 hours or so are for close monitoring. And usually, within just 1 to 3 days, most dogs are stable and heading home.
And of course, the absolute best-case scenario is to never have to go through any of this, right? It all comes down to prevention. And it's pretty simple stuff. Keep all chocolate and cocoa up high or in a cabinet they can't get into. Make sure everybody, family, friends, guests, know the rules. Never leave stuff like brownies or cookies out on the counter, and stick to pet-safe treats. So we've walked through the what to do, the why it's dangerous, all of it. I'll just leave you with this one last thought. What's the one thing you can go do right now, today, to make sure this never, ever happens in your home? Taking that step is honestly the best treat you could ever give your dog.